It's another cloudy day in Tallinn. It's threatening to rain all over again. And even the cruise ships have gone.
Thank you very much. Yeah, beautiful.
Are these all sweet or?
No, only the one on the wooden spoon is sweet. The other ones are salted.
Can I try one?
Yes, of course. This is with herbs.
Thank you so much.
Feel free to look around, touch the smell.
Oh, thank you.
It tastes very latest fashion of 15th century, yes.
Thank you.
So you're in fashion?
My uncle is the merchant of this house. He provided everything for us. The shoes, the bag.
Oh, the shoes are different as well.
Well, he's a very good uncle.
The wealthier you are.
The longer
The nose of the tip of the nose of the shoe, the wealthier you are.
you're pretty well.
Me neither, but my uncle
Your uncle?
is, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, my father is as well a merchant, but he's not in here right now. So I'm just living at my uncle's house.
Yeah, your uncle's a good uncle. He's given you
uncle,
nice pointy shoes.
Absolutely, all of the house people, all the servants have a lot of pointy shoes. So welcome to the rich merchant's house.
Thank you. All these knives are different types. Are they for different things?
I mean, all the knives is for the meat, you know. I mean, every time you eat with the knife and the hands, and you need to cut the meat with something. You open a bottle.
Oh, bottle opening.
Yep. This is a schnapps cup.
With a cup.
These are so cute.
So how long have you been working? How long have you been working here?
All my life, raised here. You see, my uncle is the house lord. All the 700 years I've been living here.
That's all you know about it.
Absolutely. And all travelers like you tell me everything. I mean, not everything, but
That's it, okay?
yeah, just this is how I get information. I don't know. Never been behind the wall. Never. Living in this house forever. I told you 700 years.
Yesterday we did a general walking tour. Today we're doing communist stories walking tour. And this just started.
And one of the first things the Soviet troops started doing is organizing elections here. There was only one guy running, and he's a member of the Communist Party. One guy is running, and everybody's encouraged to vote. And surprisingly enough, this guy gets 90% of the votes. And one of the first things he did is to officially apply for Estonia to become part of the Soviet Union. And Soviet Union are like, oh, surprise, surprise, yeah. We didn't expect that. Yeah, sure, come on, you can join us.
75% of them were women. Why women?
Yeah, that's been a good question. Why were
What are they going to do in Gulag anyway? 75.
They were going to the gulags for work.
Yeah, but women?
Yeah. So we have been asking ourselves this very same question.
Have you come to any answer?
No.
That's a shame.
And why didn't he get 100% of the vote if he was the only candidate?
Why he didn't get 100?
Yeah, 100% of
Yeah,
the
he got 90% to make it look like it more legitimate elections.
So I mean, these are the other guys who have been sent out because they didn't vote for him or what?
Yeah, so the 10% they kind of like the votes were blank or deemed illegal. So even though it's one candidate, he didn't get 100% of the votes.
That's shame on him.
This area here was full of buildings at one point. You can see actually on the picture right here how this area looks. And what you see here on the pavement, this marks the foundations of the buildings that used to be here at one point. But on the 9th and 10th of March 1944, while we're under Nazi occupation, Soviet Union bombarded the city here for 2 days. So for 2 days they dropped 3,000 bombs and destroyed 25% of the city. After the World War, in the Soviet times, they started to kind of to promote basically the ideal of Soviet Union. Basically promote the idea of communism. Because people in Estonia were not really used to these ideas. And to promote it, you use cinema. So people in Estonia were not very big in fishing. And also the Baltic Sea is not very giving. Have you ever seen how supermarkets look like in the Soviet times? There'd always be a huge line in front of the supermarkets because in the Soviet time we had a lot of deficits. So this one symbolizes the 80s and the 90s, which we call the coupon era. Supermarkets itself, you can only buy things manufactured within the Soviet Union. We don't really have any immigrants here.
No.
Yeah.
You can want to send me.
Yeah. We took some. But they left. You know, a few months in Estonian winter.
If the Russians who are stateless, if they learned Estonian, would they become Estonian?
Yeah, you can always take the tests.
Yeah.
So this is not a problem with the younger generation.
No.
This is mostly
The older
generation
ones, yeah.
That's a problem because old schools you learn Estonian through that.
Yeah. It's a case of been there, done that. We went there yesterday and we have no desire to go back up these stairs again. He's taken the group up there to tell them about some stuff about how this area is abandoned. It's a town hall. It was supposed to be built for the Olympics, but that didn't work out. Tallinn's a pretty small city. We've gone around the city quite a few times. Then every time we pass, we've seen this bit, we've seen that bit. So yesterday we went through all of this road, this area, on the tram back to our hotel. And today we are walking this to get to the KGB museum. Our group went up the stairs where we didn't want to go for the walking tour, and then they didn't come back for a very long time, so we thought we'll just start walking towards the KGB museum because that's where they will want to go for the next stop anyway. For the KGB museum, you have to book the tours beforehand. The only way to do a tour is guided tour, and we didn't know that. And now they don't have anything until tomorrow 2:30, and we're going to be leaving for Riga by then. So if you guys are coming, make sure you book beforehand so you can go to see the KGB museum. We wanted to find the areas where the Russians live quite separately from Estonians. But apart from the buildings looking a little bit different, you can't really find any signs of separation, or how do you know whether they're Russians or Estonians living here? It's just a case of, the buildings look very Soviet style and Russian style. Our apartment building has very stylish mirrors. Each floor has a mirror with the floor number etched into the mirror like that. And another way of knowing that you are on the right floor. We came back for a little rest and now we're going to go for a walk to the town centre. Gets our appetites up for the restaurant we wanted to go to. Estonia charges 10 cents per bottle so that you return it, but they don't make it easy for you to return it. We had to walk a long way to find a returning place. And then we put 4 bottles in and only gave us credit for 3 bottles. Daylight robbery, I'd say. If you want kind of an aerial view of Tallinn, come on top of the Viru shopping centre car park. You can't see everything, but you can see quite a bit. That's the tram that we take all the time. It covers most of the sites and the hotels. We did miss out on a lot of things we could go into because the time had run out and we didn't know that they were going to close so early. But we did manage to walk around Tallinn and see lots of new things that we hadn't seen during the day. So this is good night from Tallinn, War of Independence Memorial. See you in the morning when we are off to Riga for 3 nights. This is probably the only toilet in Tallinn that stinks.
Yes, I was going to say.
Otherwise, everywhere else is quite clean and tidy, isn't it? Yeah.
You're not going to use it then?
No.
Oh, you don't?
Well, you go ahead.
Maybe I will now I'm here.